Hey there, and welcome. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on a super powerful technique that the world's best communicators use, a lot of times without you even realizing it. It's a secret that can totally change how your ideas land, and even more importantly, how they're remembered. You know when you watch a speaker and you're just completely hooked? You remember what they said, you can still feel their energy, and their message just sticks with you. You might think, wow, they've got natural charisma, or maybe their slide deck is just incredible. But the real secret, the secret sauce, is something way more subtle. It's a tool they're using in the space all around them. And right there, that's the big reveal. The most effective speakers get this: the physical space around them, the stage, the meeting room, heck, even the space on your screen right now, it's a canvas. And they use their position on that canvas to attach meaning to their words, creating these invisible triggers in your mind. Okay, so before we start painting on that canvas, we need a solid plan for our message. Because let's be real, where you say something only matters if what you're saying is built to connect in the first place. And the best way to do that is with a really simple four-part formula.
So here it is, the blueprint. And it's brilliant because it's based on how different people actually learn. You start with the why to give everyone a reason to listen. Then you deliver the what, the facts and the data. After that, you get into the how, the practical how-to steps. And finally, you open the door to what if, which gets people thinking and asking questions. It's a sequence that makes sure you connect with everybody in the room.
And look, the order here is absolutely critical. You have to start with why. Why? Because that group is usually the biggest and, honestly, the most impatient. You've got to hook them first with stories and show them why it matters. Once they're leaning in, then you can give all that juicy data to the what people. After that, you satisfy the how people who need to know how to apply it. And finally, you let the what-if thinkers run wild. All right, so now you've got your message structured with the four-part formula. That's the car. Now it's time to reveal the secret GPS that's going to drive that message home with some serious impact. Let's talk about anchoring and how you can literally map that formula onto the physical space you're in. So this is the big idea, stage anchoring. It's basically the art of deliberately linking an idea or, an emotional state to a specific spot. So when you stand in that spot and you talk about something exciting, your audience's brain makes a little unconscious connection. And the next time you move back to that spot, bam, that feeling of excitement comes right back with it. It is incredibly powerful stuff. You've probably heard of a personal anchor, right? Like touching your knuckle to feel more confident. Well, spatial anchoring is the exact same idea, but bigger. Instead of your knuckle, the trigger becomes a location. The process is identical. You condition the audience to connect a spot with a feeling. It's a massive nonverbal communication tool you can have in your back pocket. All right, enough theory. Let's make this super practical. I'm going to show you how to map out your space for maximum impact. And it doesn't matter if it's a huge stage or just the little area in front of your webcam. So the first and most basic anchor you can use is the timeline. Just think about it. Most of us read from left to right, right? Our whole lives. That one little thing has literally trained our brains to see time moving from left to right. As a speaker, you can totally use that to your advantage. And the rule is just this simple. When you talk about the past, stand on the left side of your space. When you talk about the future, you move over to the right. And the present, that's your center. That's home base. Suddenly, your body is reinforcing your message without you even having to say anything extra. How cool is that? Okay, let's level this up. There's this really cool idea from neurolinguistics that says for a lot of us, when we try to remember or picture something, our eyes naturally drift up and to the left. So what if you put your presentation screen on the left? You're literally putting the info right where their eyes want to go to see it. It's a subtle trick, but it can make your data way more memorable. And this is where it gets really fun and turns into an art. You can create specific emotional zones. Pick a spot, maybe front left, for all your jokes and lighthearted stuff. Boom. That's your fun spot. Then you can create a secret spot, maybe by stepping a little closer to the audience and lowering your voice. That's where you share the really valuable insights. You'll literally feel them lean in with you. And just stepping off the stage for a moment, that can instantly change you from the expert to a peer, and that builds rapport like nothing else. But I get it. You might be thinking, that's great, but I'm not giving a TED Talk. What if your stage is just a Zoom call or a tiny meeting room? Well, the amazing thing is, these principles work absolutely everywhere. You do not need a Broadway stage to be a powerful communicator. Jump on a video call? Just lean into the camera when you want to create that sense of intimacy or importance. In a meeting? Make the whiteboard your secret stuff anchor. Even in a one-on-one conversation, you can use your hands to gesture to an imaginary past on your left and an imaginary future on your right. Look, here's the bottom line. The truth is, we're all doing this stuff all the time, completely unconsciously. We shift our posture, we move around, we're constantly creating these little spatial anchors. The only thing separating an amateur from a pro is doing it on purpose. This isn't about being manipulative. It's about being conscious and intentional, so your message is clearer and hits a whole lot harder. So that leaves us with one last question for you. The next time you've got a big idea to share, in a presentation, a meeting, or even just a conversation, don't just think about what you're going to say. Think about where you're going to say it. Where will you anchor your next big idea?